I guess the question for this one is, does the Marvels deserve to be the most disliked MCU movie trailer of all time? That's the question. We'll answer it in this video, but first we got fact of the day, page number 173, fact number 1. By 2020, the number of men of marriageable age in China will outnumber the women by 30 million. Well, I'm sure that number's actually even worse than it's stated there because of the one-child policy thing, people wanting boys rather than girls, but there was just new information that came out, I guess, in the last 2 months that said China miscounted their population by up to 100 million people. So, in that marriageable age category, there's actually 100 million less people than they thought they were. Or they knew that they weren't there, and then they lied. So, one way or another, it's bad. Either way, it ain't good. And that is not a good stat to be thrown about. But the Marvels, it's been going through a bit of a shit show. Now, as you saw, Sensei and I actually didn't mind the trailer. We actually thought it might be good. It wasn't great, but we were expecting it to be dog shit. And for us, it was actually solid. So when we found out, hang on a second, this is the most disliked MCU movie trailer of all time, we thought to ourselves, that's a bit of a bad take, in our opinion. Even though we don't like these characters, especially Captain Marvel overall, I don't think the trailer really served them that badly. And when you look at the numbers, it's 400,000 likes to about 370,000 dislikes when you use the behind-the-wall data tracker, because now you can't see dislikes on YouTube. And I don't like that fact. I don't like it. You have to go through certain hoops to find it. But hey, people found it and they said, this is ridiculous. Some people thinking it's funny, some people thinking it's wrong, some people thinking, I don't really give a shit. For this one, I understand why it's disliked. Because people don't like Brie Larson. But, do you take it out on the whole movie because of that? Maybe, if that's what you want to do, you do that. If you don't like the trailer, then you can dislike it. You can click the button. But I think there are some people saying that others are just disliking it because they're this or that or this or that. Guys, people can have their own opinions. If you like it, then great. We thought it was okay. Some people think it's trash. That's fine. That's how the world works. Do we think it deserves that level of dislike? No. But then when you think about it, what type of movie has come out in the past that would even get close to being the most disliked trailer? Because this is following on from a movie that most people genuinely didn't like. It wasn't a great movie. Everyone thought it was kind of shit. But versus Phase 4, it's shit to not so shit. It's in that range now. Because Phase 4 was so bad. This one is just bad, but it's not dog shit. She-Hulk was a disaster. People really, really hated it. Some of these shows have been atrocious. So, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Do you blame it on one movie? I don't think that's fair. Do you blame it on the management? Maybe. Do you blame it on the company? Probably. So, with the Marvels, it's looking at it saying it was coming off a terribly received movie in general, and people still have that hang-up, including us, of Brie Larson being shit in this role. And I think Brie Larson's actually a very good actress, but I think she was served terribly in that movie. And maybe this one is the right one for her. Maybe Iman Vellani is gonna bring out some youthful exuberance in Brie Larson herself, and it won't be such a dead movie. So here's to hoping. I hope so. I hope it. I wish so, because I want the MCU to be great again. And at this point, I don't expect it, but a boy can dream.
Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!